Jobs, that's our top story tonight. It seems like everyone is hiring, and that includes law enforcement. Our Kenesha Dees has a look at how the Decatur Police Department is seeing changes in the field as they're recruiting more officers.
I spoke with Decatur Chief of Police Nate Allen, and he points out the need for more training in a few areas of the force.
There are several things that we do in proper training when it comes to use of force, de-escalation, bias training, anti-bias training.
The Decatur Police Department is looking to fill 6 to 12 patrol officer positions. On average, Chief Allen says it's about 7 to 8. He says more openings are available because more people are retiring this year. But he does recognize the recent struggle in recruiting and retaining officers within police departments.
A lot of folks now don't want to be police officers, which creates a challenge for us also. It's a whole host of things that make people not want to become a police officer.
George Floyd's death nearly a year ago prompted calls for police reform and accountability. Allen says he's seeing a difference in how departments operate, including his own.
Policing profession is changing.
Allen says departments are even taking on more civilians to work on the force in roles such as crime scene analysis work and a public spokesperson.
As law enforcement officer, we tend to see the world as black and white. Either you did the law, or you broke the law, or you didn't. When you bring someone in from the outside, they can give you a different perspective. Police officers are needed. When you have something going wrong or you need help, you call 911 and you want the police officer to respond.
And here's his message to potential officers.
Come on board, try it, become a police officer. If you have a servant's heart and you really want to serve, this is the place for you.
Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.